Welcome, welcome. I am Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing a top 5 oracle decks that I plan to buy in 2022. So I'll be sharing my screen and showing you why these decks made it to my very short list of the ones that I seriously plan to purchase during this year. So I'm hoping you'll share with me what are some of the oracle decks that you are contemplating purchasing in this wonderful year. So I'm going to start a little bit early today just to see if I'm all clear, all good, like if you guys can see me visually, if you can hear me, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm super excited to be doing this like impromptu live stream. I've been wanting to do this live stream. Well, I've been wanting to do a top 5 oracle decks I plan to buy for like about a month and a half, but I didn't know how I was going to deliver it. So we're going to give the live stream a go. And my plan is to share my screen with you, share my little list of how I come up with these things, and then like go to the sites as to the decks that I'm thinking about purchasing, like strongly thinking about purchasing. So let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. So the serious questions of the live stream. Hey, Deanne, thank you for joining me. I'm happy you're here. Hi, Anna. How are you? How's it going? Yay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Aloha. Aloha, Jonathan. I'm so happy you're here. Okay, so now, Oracle decks. You guys know I'm crazy for Oracle decks. So I'm I'm always, I have a pulse on decks that may be coming out that I may be interested in. But truth be told, I have enough to keep me entertained for a while. But I did back one Oracle deck that should be here in maybe a month or two. I don't know, but I did back one, and it's been a while since I backed a deck on Kickstarter. Like, I could go on and on about the reasons why, but we won't bore you with that. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to share with you. So I backed this one, and you guys have to let me know if you know of it. Let me see how this goes. Okay, so it's the Points of View Oracle, and I don't know why this one instantly drew me in. And I'll show you in a moment my little wish list. I have a wish list, right? And I try to keep 10 decks on the wish list at any given time on my spreadsheet. And this one hopped on there as soon as I heard about the Points of View Oracle. And now I'm sitting at about 11 decks on my wish list. But I ended up backing it. And I am excited for it to arrive. So this, out of all of the decks I'm going to discuss today, is one that I've already made a financial investment in. But the other ones that I'm discussing will probably, no doubt, be additions to the collection. Okay, so let's look. Hope you guys can see that okay. Points of View Oracle deck is a 44 card deck and guidebook created with love, humor, nurturing, wisdom, and a deep appreciation for the complexities of being human. Look at the artwork. I don't know if you guys can see that. Like, I love the hindsight card and weirdo. I loosely use the word weirdo, and I have to be careful because some people probably could be offended by it. So I have to be careful. But so For it to have a place in a deck made me happy. The creator, hopefully you can see these, and shrink. I love Oracle decks that give you a new perspective on things, give you new keywords to chew on, give you some different artwork or different inspiration for us readers to dive into. And so it called to me. And look at the box. Look at the box. And it's a modern aesthetic. It's a modern aesthetic, but I'm here for it. And I guess you can pre-order it now. And it was 447 backers. And it, of course, fully funded. And I can't wait till it gets into my hot little hands. I have plans to use it for readings for the collective, readings for myself, maybe client readings. It just feels like a good deck to try with different venues, I suppose. I'm trying to click on this, but anyways, let me stop sharing. I'm back. So, hello. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Let me see. I came very close to backing this one, but back the Divine Feminine Oracle instead. Well, there's more to come about the Divine Feminine. More to come. Stay tuned. Three of Cups, Eclectic Tarot, Danielle says lurking. I only like a few oracles, but maybe something will catch my eye. Okay. I just love Wisdom of the Shadow Oracle and wanted to support Jenny and Jessica. Absolutely. I'm here for that because there's some beautiful decks. And well, I don't want to spoil anything. So more to come. More to come. So next up on my list, so I forgot to do my little banners. I'm kind of bummed about that, but not this one. I'm not going to forget this one. So let me get out of here. I have to type it in. Didn't have it all set up and ready to go for you. Sorry. But while it's loading, I'm just going to put it up here. So Orshi from Dragorsi's Tarot created an oracle deck called the Zombie Oracle. And I'm here for zombies all day. Like I've been loving zombies since I was a little girl, since Night of the Living Dead. I'm not going to gush on and on about zombies and all of that, but I am one of those people that, yes, if there's a zombie film, I will eventually have watched it. If there's a series, I would have eventually dived into it. So I was thrilled that she created this deck. I don't know why it's not loading. It's kind of frustrating. Let me see if I can get some images. But what I will do after the live stream is I will update the description box and it will list all the decks that we're discussing today. Maybe like Orshi's walkthrough on her channel. I'll put the link there so you can see the full flip through of her deck. It's really cool and it'll go nicely. It'll pair nicely with my zombie tarot. But I think I can also use it for standalone readings, especially during the Halloween autumn season. So let me see. It's frustrating me because I was hoping to show you guys. Oh, okay, here we go. I guess I can show you guys this one, but I was hoping to go to the site. Okay, yes, it's letting me go to the site. I was like, what's going on? Give it to me. Okay, I can share. Hold on. Okay, so we're gonna open the preview, I think, maybe, yes. And I might have to zoom in. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Let's see. I don't know if I can make it any bigger. And that's the thing about Make Playing Cards is not recently, it's been a little while, where now you can only preview so many cards and you can't like click on them to make them bigger. And so here I am trying to make the screen bigger and see if we can get closer. Can we get closer? Okay. I should have screenshot them and saved them so I can make them bigger and do all of that, but the live was impromptu. So we have these cool cards. Look at the backs. It's like right up my little zombie loving heart right there. Let me see what is one of my favorites. I love the Chaos card and the Clarity card. Oh, look at that. Company. Look at the fake news one. Oh, it's like what nightmares are made of. False safety is a favorite of mine because I love that in zombie movies where you have that false sense of safety and security. Like it's daylight and you're like, there's no one around and you're thinking you're all good as you're walking in the middle of the street. And then, oh my God, here comes the zombie. Like I watched Netflix's Black Summer. I think it's called Black Summer. And I watched it with my family while we were in the States, and it was so good. I loved it so much. It definitely fulfilled all of my little zombie dreams. Like I haven't been watching like The Walking Dead for a while, so I was pleased and pleasantly surprised by Black Summer. Anyways, let me stop sharing. And let me go to my banners and take that off. So yeah, so the Zombie Oracle is another one that it probably for sure I'm going to be adding to my collection. And I've had a couple of deck shipped from me playing cards here last year, and they came just fine. So I'm confident that I shall receive them. So yes, yes, yes. As one islander to another, I totally understand. See, you can relate. It's the struggle is real. It's like, oh my gosh. The struggle is real. Okay. Is this so fuzzy? Oh, okay. I just was talking about Orshi's Zombie Oracle earlier and how it's usable for almost any type of reading year round. It is. And I've used my zombie tarot year round, so it's finally here as I'm looking up at it. And her deck will be great to use standalone if you want to do readings, on Instagram or on YouTube or TikTok or what have you, whatever your little heart's desire. That deck seems like it would be a fun one to use and a well-rounder, and like you can broach different topics with it. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited. I don't have anything like it in my Oracle collection, I don't think. I don't think so. Maybe my Oracle of Nightmares, but even that is not the same. It's not a zombie. It's not a zombie Oracle. So it's unique. It's unique. So I hope that works. I still need to get this deck. My phone, I even closed the app. Oh no. I feel like because her deck doesn't really have images of gory zombies, yes. So that's the essence of a great zombie series or movie. It's like, it's not always in your face zombie eating somebody's flesh. Okay, it's also about the threat of them, and so that can be scarier. Or the threat of humans turning on you. You know, I feel like because her deck doesn't really have images of gory zombies, it's more usable for a wider range. It's more environment, symbols, etc. Exactly. So that's another reason why I am looking forward to getting it to my little hot hands. You summed it up perfectly. Summed it up perfectly. So now I'm going to move on to the next one. And since it took a while to load, I'm going to go ahead and get it going now. But while it's loading, I'm going to put the banner up. So the next one is She of Insight Oracle by another YouTuber. So Meadowlark Mystic Renee. I'm super excited for this Oracle deck. I loved watching her process. Like she would post up the different creations that she made for, and now it's an Oracle deck, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And again, I do plan to update the description box with the links to their flip through so you can watch it and get lost in the amazing cards and all of that good stuff. So let's see. Did it load? Oh, now it's superimposed. Hold on. Gotta zoom back out. Gotta zoom back out. Now we're gonna share. I'm getting used to it, you guys. Getting used to this technology. Okay, so we got She of Insight Oracle by Meadowlark Mystic. The deck is also sold on makeplayingcards.com, as you can see here. We can open the preview, but like I said, I will be updating the description box. Hate to repeat myself over and over, but it's also to help me to remember. And let me see, what was I going to say about this as it's taking forever? I was going to say something. While it's loading, oh no, it's coming. I don't know. Can you guys tell me if there's a guidebook? I feel like there was a guidebook, but I'm a little out of touch because I've been traveling last month and then I've been working. I still was taking reading orders while I was in the midst of all of the things I was up to. And so I'm a little out of it in terms of what's happening in the deck creation world. Let's see. So hold on. I'm going to stop sharing for just a moment because I want to look at the comments. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Yeah. So you're more intrigued. Yay. Oh, don't know about this one. Okay. I always find myself drawn to use very minimal images in an oracle. The big, pretty pictures are gorgeous, but I need little hints to pull at my attention. Ah, yes. I feel you. I feel you on that. Okay. Oh, hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So I love simple oracles too, for sure. Well, hello, Orshi. We were just talking about your oracle deck, the zombie oracle, on my list. It is on my list of my very short list of oracle decks I want to add to my collection in 2022. So yes. I knew that, Deanne. I knew that's exactly what I know. I knew what you meant. I knew. I was like, that's what she means. She's not familiar. So now we're going to get a little familiar with it. This is beautiful, and lots of love and detail and care and craftsmanship went into creating the deck. All you have to do is look and check out Renee's Instagram and her channel. So let me share the screen again and zoom in so I can get you guys to see what I'm looking at here. And now I'm going to expand. Nope, sorry, showing you all of my bookmarks. Like 1,000 bookmarks. Okay, let's go. So the first one is, let me make sure you guys can see that okay. Adama, She of the Harvest and Cull. Right? Amazing. Collage style deck, but If you all know me, you know how much I love collage style decks. So look at the card backs. Maybe this is a smidge bigger. Sorry, hold on. Let me make sure it's not crazy big. Okay, look. So it's got a butterfly. It's got the reptilian snake skin, and it's one of my favorite colors of all time. So I love the card backs. Let's move on to the next card. Ahina, She of the Wasteland. She of the Wasteland. Wow. Amla, She of the Empty Vessel. And so for me, I'm sensing that this deck would be one for some deep introspective work, whether I'm doing that mostly for myself. Maybe it can be on my altar, on my reading table, a card like a week or something I pull, or perhaps I can explore crafting different types of readings to offer for clients utilizing this deck, journaling with it. I don't know. There's many different options. Meditating and pondering on the images and then the keywords, She of the Empty Vessel. What does that mean? What does that mean to me? How does that relate to the situation? So then we have Aratne, She of the Burning. Ooh, I don't know why that hit me like here. She of the Burning. Okay, let's scroll down. Go. Oops, sorry. Let's look at Aruna, She of the Moonlight. It's beautiful. Astrid, She of the Magical Path. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. Bailey, She of the Righteous Anger. Chessa, She of the Bright Sun. So yeah, so that is a beautiful, beautiful deck. Let me stop sharing. Let me go back over here and talk about it with you guys. so yeah, that's the She of Insight. There is a book for the She of Insight. Where I keep saying that, just found a video on her YouTube titled as such, She of Insight book and deck. Yay. So that's wonderful. I can just imagine what glorious messages are coming through the guidebook with those beautiful cards. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is an interesting deck. It's interesting. And so would it be something that, I'm grabbing every day? I don't know. But it would be one of those ones, I think, that plucks at your inner psyche, taps into your soul, allows you to kind of go within maybe on some tougher topics and seeing what comes up. I'm curious to see what kind of cards come up for me. So yeah, so that's that one. Let me see where we're at. Okay. Now this one is great. Let's go here. Make sure I'm not sharing my screen yet. So this next one is like a twofer. You'll see why in a moment. You'll see why I'm saying that as soon as it comes up. I think it's coming up fine. Yes. So I'm going to share and I'm going to go to my banners, take that off. And it's the Wisdom of the Shadow Oracle. So that's why I was like, Jonathan, you're like, it's a spoiler alert because I gave it away. So it's a twofer because the creators did Wisdom of the Shadow Oracle and then also Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. So let me share. Let me do this. I think we got that. Okay. Yeah. Wisdom of the divine feminine and wisdom of the shadow. Both are calling to me. I saw the creators on Jonathan's channel. So perhaps maybe I'll link your video, Jonathan, to the description box because that was what hooked me for sure. Let's see. Look at this. Can you guys see that? Resilience, fear, grief, wisdom. I'm always a fan of a boundaries card. Always a fan of a boundaries message in a reading. Can't get enough of it. Metamorphosis. And it's just really beautiful, striking artwork that grabs at you. And I appreciate that. Look at the grief card. And it kind of has a feel of the soul cards. I don't own soul cards. I've known about them for a long time. And there is a place in our oracle world where there's no keywords, it's just the cards and the profound images. But I do appreciate how these cards have keywords and a guidebook. So this is a twofer. I'm kind of cheating. This is Wisdom of the Shadow, Oracle for Self-Discovery, Soul Work, and Transformation. And then we have Wisdom of the Divine Feminine, like Jonathan mentioned in the chat. Let me see if it comes up easily enough. I love the colors that they put on their website. So pretty. Hold on. It's loading. Oracle for Heart Center, Embodiment and Wholeness. Let me see if we can get some sneak peeks. So delivery estimated March 2022. Ooh, mouthful. 2022. Pre-order now. Let me see. Is it going to show us some images? Yes. I keep scrolling and causing all sorts of havoc by scrolling all over the place. I'm a scroll happy person. Hold on. Yeah, Wisdom of the Shadow and Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. Those are two that, one of them I can add right now if I want, the Wisdom of the Shadow Oracle. But the Wisdom of the Divine Feminine, I would be doing a pre-order. But I have to also be very mindful of deck space and my budget and all of that stuff. So I might have to pick one. Jonathan, which would you pick first? If it was up to you, which would you pick first? Can we see the cards? Look at that. Beauty, compassion, power, discernment. Oh my gosh, I don't think I can choose. Discernment, nature. I'm trying to see the bottom images here. It's just glorious. The colors. Oh, the colors. And I end up selling what was the name of it? Soulful Women cards. They're by Blue Angel. I sold them in the States last month to the bookstore, my favorite little bookstore. And so I don't have really a divine feminine oracle deck right now. I mean, I have some I can fashion into that, of course. But this is wonderful. I think it's calling me. So let me go off of there. And then I have, yes. Oh, that looks, wow. Right. That's what I'm thinking. And see, I don't have soul cards. It's one of those decks, or the soul cards 1 and 2, where you're like, am I ready for that? So then I would put them on my list. They would always go on and off my list, on and off, just depending on how I'm feeling. And so I haven't got them, but I hear wonderful things about them. Who knows? Oh, let's see. You would love the Shadow Oracle. Makes you look deep. See, thank you. But now I'm wondering, how am I going to be able to choose? I might have to give myself an early birthday present and get all of these decks like right now, and then have a massive unboxing party. But that would be it. 5 Oracle decks for the year. That's it. See, I'm not the only one. Ah, that actually, see, makes me want to assign keywords to my soul cards, kind of, right? Because there's something beautiful about the deck not having keywords. But I don't know. I don't know. It's like you could, if you could do both, could you do both? Could that be possible? I don't mind having no words, and I know part of the point is to keep it open, but assigning words might be fun, right? You probably could do both. Squirrely, squirrely, just doing too much, just scrolling. At work, when I would work in an office setting, um, I'm just like scrolling all over the place as my coworkers looking over my shoulder, like, "Can you slow down?" Like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm ready to move on. Let's move here. Let's go there. Zoom, zoom. Yeah. So every time you pull a different soul card, it's might conjure up a different feeling, and that's deep, and that can, for those who are exploring their reading journey of how to intuitively read with the cards, that is a great deck to use, I would imagine. I don't know, I could be wrong. Yes, I like unboxing parties. It's a rare thing for me these days, but it's fun to attend other people's unboxing parties. But I may just have one. But then again, I like my unboxings to have their own little moment to shine. So we'll see. We'll do a look what came into my mailbox party. And then they'll still have their own little separate little get togethers. I don't know. I personify my decks way too much. Yes, I need both. I think I need both, Jonathan. I think I need both. Yeah, so it assigned the, oh, that would be interesting. You don't have to share with us if you don't want to, like what keywords. Maybe you can have like a few that you share of like what keywords you would assign to them. But you don't have to share all of them because it seems like very introspective to even come up with keywords for the soul cards. I don't know. Now you got me wondering. I don't know. You are already watching your live, Deanne, this morning. I ended up adding the 5 Cent Tarot second edition to my wish list. So it is the 11th deck. It is the 11th deck on my wish list, which I'm going to show you guys in a moment after I'm done with showing you the decks. Stop screen share. So the last deck is mass market, and I've owned it before. Imagine that. Let me go here and get it up. It's the Sacred Rebels Oracle. I don't know. I wanted to save some images from it. So, what I meant by that earlier about the whole bit I owned it before is I did. I had the glossy, older edition of the Sacred Rebels Oracle, and I did love it. But Blue Angel, the publisher, created a newer version that's more matte stock and borderless. And so I want that one. So I ended up selling the Sacred Rebels Oracle last month to my favorite bookstore. And they purchased them, no problemo. And yeah, let me see. Let me show you guys real fast. Share screen. No, I want to show us this. Is what I want to show. So I purchased this deck originally November 11th, 2016, according to my nosy little Amazon account. And now it's not in a shiny box, and I want the matte box. So that's my fifth one. That's my fifth oracle is the Sacred Rebels. Let me see. Let me get some image shots up in here. I don't know. They're being a little stingy with the images. Maybe the the reviewers gave us some images. You guys know what this deck looks like. This is what the glossy version is. but I didn't want that. And then I didn't have the heart to cut the borders off. I'm a little nervous. I have all these years and all these decks. I have not once trimmed one. I've edged a few, but I have not trimmed one. So I don't know. So that's my fifth one. What decks, you guys? What do you think? What do you think of my decks that I have recommended? What do you think of the decks that are coming out? What are you excited about that's coming out? All of that good stuff. I want to hear from you. And then I'm going to show you my wish list. Let me see. Before I do that, let me check the comment section. I know it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. I was getting all excited as I was watching your live stream today. I was like, oh, I was getting excited because Deanne, your decks, like we have a similar kind of eye for decks. No, you just gave me the idea of a group live unboxing. Wouldn't it be fun? Like maybe we all unbox like the same deck at the same time. Or just random decks. And then we can share in each other's joy of like unboxing a deck together. I think that would be amazing. Okay, definitely a challenge. I think it would be taking quite a while, but not as tricky as in a journal format. That's for the keywords, right? Yeah, and I went back and forth in using it, but then shortly after I sold it last month, I was like, oh, I actually really liked it. And I really wanted to finally have an opportunity to get to know it a little bit better. Because I used it a lot when I first got it back in 2016, 2017, and then I stopped really using it. So yeah, that one I'm probably not pressed to get like I am the top 4 of Oracle decks that I mentioned to you all today, but it is one that is on my wish list. 5 cents tempting and trying to save from any more clones though. And I can understand staying away from clones. And so, it's like, it's almost redundant to have so many clone decks. But some people would argue, no, it's not redundant. It's more the merrier, I suppose. But I get it. I love the Sacred Rebels. It's a beautiful deck. And I can't wait to see it without borders in my hands. Ooh, you mentioned the 2-penny Oracle. I'm trying to be good. Oh, thank you. Thank you for loving my choices. I was like, I gotta share with you guys because for sure, I'm getting some Oracle decks. It's like, which ones? Yes. Which one? Which one did I put on your list? Yeah, I'm excited about your Oracle too. I really am. It's going to be a treat. Yes, to a group unboxing. Oh my gosh. Okay. And Jonathan already said he was planning, like he had an epiphany moment so he could gather us all around. Oh, I love the Lantern Oracle. It is on my shelf, and I want to work with it more this year as well. That's a great deck. And Feather Messages Oracle. I do know that one. I know that one. So I have to check it out again. So yeah, let me take this banner off. And I'm going to do a quick share before I let you guys go from this live, because then I'm going to switch over and talk about some other stuff about my collection on the next live. 2 lives today. I'm a little crazy here, but I'm excited. I'm excited to do it. Oh, that's my little cheat sheet I'm showing you. But so next year I'll have a 2023 top decks I'm planning on buying. But deck wish list. So here's my little deck wish list. And now it's at 11. There's the 5 cent tarot sitting up there. Thanks, Deanne. And then over here, I have all my decks. I try to keep them at 10. And I have a pre-order tab, I thought. Yes. Points of View Oracle is the only one that I have backed or pre-ordered thus far this year. I try to keep these at a minimum. And so here's my deck wish list. And so if I wanted to sort from Oracle, I do. So I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling a new Oracle deck. So let's go there. And I do deck interviews. I do consult my decks, my existing decks, to see if I should consider adding a new deck. So, for example, I took a picture of the spreads that I did of those. And so I have Tarot of Curious Creatures here and Tarot of the Abyss here. And I just copy and paste the picture here so I kind of remember, like, okay, you have this on your wish list. And I even do time frames too in my spread to like determine when's a really good time to add this deck to my collection. Days, months, years. So in weeks, sometimes weeks, sometimes weeks. So yeah, let me stop sharing. So hello, my friend. How are you? Oh my goodness. You have the tarot deck I had in my top 5. Zane Tarot. Zane is in the house. So, anyways, guys, Zane, you came late. I'm actually ending this particular broadcast, but I'll be back at was 40 my time. So very shortly, I'll be back to discuss some depth year reflections, where I'm at in my collecting journey. What else was I gonna? Oh, maybe pulling out some stuff off my shelves and playing with them. I don't know, but it's mostly geared towards my depth year reflections. But I'm gonna take a quick bite to eat between live streams because I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Yes, I will share my spread. Oh my goodness, how do I do that? How can I do that easily? Just through the maybe through because it's on the course, but maybe I'll add it as a link to the description box. Ooh, yeah, that would be appropriate to add to this this live stream. I wish I could figure out how to do it here. Let me see. I got a new laptop while I was in the States, so which is awesome. Yay, we love new laptops. But a lot of my PDFs or my spreads that I had saved are they're on my old laptop, which is just sitting there dark. So yeah. So I'll have to add it afterwards, or maybe figure out a way to send it to you, Jonathan. But I think it'd be fun to share with everyone. Because I will do a spread to see if, like, girl, do you really need to add this to your collection or what? And sometimes the truth is no, not at this time. And then other times it's like, yeah, but maybe later down the line. Or other times it's like, no, you're going to love it. And oftentimes it's a go, it's a yes. So it's my little spiritual system on helping me decide when to add a deck, because I like playing around with such things. All right, guys. Well, okay. You know what? I know what I'll do too. I got an idea. Maybe I'll walk you guys through. Even better, I have some videos that I recorded back when I was contemplating getting some decks, and I recorded them. Even back when I lived in the States, I have a couple. And then I can have a link of the spread for you guys to be able to play around with it. Thank you, guys. Look at that. I already have it in my little arsenal of videos that needs to be published. Yes, I think it is in the group. in the Facebook group, Abundant Life Tarot group. It's one of like the pictures, but I'm hoping I can save it. See, I'm slipping. I need to save it in like the little folders or whatever for the group if I haven't done so already. I'd like to think I did, but I can't be sure. Well, thank you. Thank you, Orshi, for coming. I'm so excited that you were here to see. Like, we're excited about your deck. And thank you guys so much for joining me for this live stream. This is one of my favorite topics. So I appreciate all of you for spending a little time with me. And if you're watching this on a replay later, leave a comment on what decks you're excited about for 2022 or whenever. It doesn't even matter. Whenever you watch this video, what Oracle decks are you thinking about adding? Because I'm sure it's going to help someone who is in the market for one. All right, guys. Much love to all of you. I'll see you all in a little bit.